All right, guys, let's talk about bugging out. Okay, so I've been watching a lot of people having bugging out bags, and they're ready to bug out anytime in any situation and this and that. But a lot of people really they don't understand what's the meaning of bugging out mean. Okay, so um, basically it's just like, oh, he had a bugging bag or she had a bugging out bag, and so I'm gonna have one. But there's no purpose of having one if you don't have a plan. Okay, so for example, let's say for if there's a disaster is coming in, like a tornado is gonna hit your town for sure, 100% for sure, and or maybe a hurricane or something like that. Yes, of course you can bug it out for a couple of days, but at the same time, something like that will let you know in advance of where you're going to, what is your plan, um, where you're going to go to your friend's house for a couple of days or to another state for a couple of days or a couple of weeks, even a month to come back. But in a aSHTF situation, a lot of people, yeah, I'm ready to bug out this and that, and basically they don't understand what's going on, or they haven't a plan, they haven't a location to go. So if in a situation of aSHTF is going to be statewide or national wide, okay, even worldwide, with what's going on right now, World War III, and a lot of people were talking about it. So let's say if that case happened, where are you going to go? Okay, so most people need to understand, okay, if you need to stay or you need to go, and if you're gonna go, where are you going? Do you have a plan? You have a location you're going to go? What's going to happen? A lot of people or prepper, like, I do prep myself with, um, not a whole bunch, but I can sustain for months. My whole family can sustain for a month without going to a grocery. But we do live in the city, so we have to pay, bills, this and that. And of course, we do have a location that where we're going to go. But is it a good idea for us to go when aSHTF start to happen? Sometimes you're gonna know when and where to go. Okay, so for example, all of your prep is going to be here at your house. Okay, you grow everything here in the garden, you have your food set in your pantry and this and that. But bugging out, of course, let's say if you have a family of 5 people, okay, are they ready to bug out? Are they able to handle a certain amount of food, water, this and that? Or the bug out location you have has a structure or something you're going to? Okay, so you have to think about it. You have to think the process through before you actually executing the plan. Okay, a lot of people are just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna bug out to the woods nearby. If something happened, people are gonna come to my house and do this and that. Do something to my family or stealing my food. I'm gonna bug out to a different location, the woods nearby, or I need to go that way for maybe 50, 60 miles, 100 miles, and there's a place that I'm gonna hang out, or a national park I'm gonna go to. That is totally not a very, very good idea. Okay, what is the point if you live in some state that allow you to have some kind of protection? I'm talking about like firearm, uh, you know any type of projectile, gun, crossbow, uh, you know, anything that you can shoot a projectile that can protect your family. Okay, so you're gonna have all of that prep and the food, the water, this and that at your house, at your location. So is it a good time for you to bug out to a different location? Okay, so let's say if you do, let's say if something happened and you just decided to bug out when your neighbor's getting uh, your neighbor's getting attacked, or people coming to stealing stuff around your neighbor, and you're gonna go. Okay, and let's say it happens city-wise, or let's say it happens statewide. Okay, so uh, if you go into uh, to a national park and I'm gonna hide out there, hide away from the marauder and all of that. So can you carry enough food, and can you carry enough water for yourself and for your family? Let's say if you have 3 kids, you, your husband or your wife, and then you have 3 young kids, can you carry their stuff? And if you're able to do so, how much can you carry? How many days can you last on the trip? So for example, it's not for an aSHTF situation gonna happen. It's not gonna be like a day or 2 days or a week or 2 weeks. Sometimes it can happen for months, even for years, for everything to build back up. Okay, so how much stuff? And let's say that if you can carry a truckload, okay, you are not going to make it out on your car, on your truck, to your location. If something like that happened, all the cars going to be piled everywhere on the street, on the highway, and of course you cannot make it through. You know, it's going to be pile and pile and pile of cars after cars out there. So you pretty much have to use your leg. You're going to hike that 50, 60 or 100 miles out to your location. And so let's say if you are able to make it out there on foot and you can carry 100 pounds of water and food for yourself, and your spouse can carry it the same amount, 100 pounds, and that will last you, your spouse, and your kids for, let's say, for a week. Okay, what happened after that whole week? What are you going to do? That is the, that's the question you have to think. And when you go to your place, your location, the place that you want to be, do you have a structure, or you're gonna go out there, you're gonna chop out some woods and build like a small shelter, or you're gonna go camping out there, with some tents and build a fire and this and that? Will you survive? Okay, do you have the knowledge to survive in that situation? For example, if it's easier in the springtime, of course everything is cool down, and that, what happened if it's during the summer, hot? You gotta know where you live, depend, and some places drop down to like 30 degrees, okay, 25 degrees, 20 degrees below freezing. What are you going to do? Are you able to to survive? Even if you can survive, can you help your kid, your spouse, to survive the situation? You have to think a lot about the situation. Okay, so my best bet is to stay and hunker down if aSHTF situation that is not a weather disaster, not a hurricane, or not like a tornado is going to hit, or something is Mother Nature caused to happen. If Mother Nature caused, no one can do anything about it. But if a situation like an aSHTF, like marauder and this and that, like people will hurt you, or people are stealing from you, that is why you buy in your gun. That is why you buy your food, to defend. You have your stuff to defend your home, to defend your food, to defend your water, to defend your spouse, to defend your whole family. That is the reason. And the surrounding of your location. Sorry guys, we have a lot of wind, so my camera's falling over. So everything is around you. Even I can blindfold you. You know exactly where your food puts, and you know exactly how to get around your house. Okay, that is where you need to stay and protect yourself and protect your family, your food, and everything else. Okay, so think about before you bug out.